Welcome to another episode of EDM News, your number one news source on YouTube for electronic dance music. First up today, sad news actually. One team member of Cassius died. It was an accident. We don't really know what exactly happened. It was just stated that he fell off a high building. Philippe Zadar, I hope I'm pronouncing this correct. It's a French name. He's a house music legend, genius. He was responsible for countless hits. Saddest part is that it just happened 2 days before the actual release of their new album, so he wasn't around anymore to witness the release of it. Really sad. My condolences go out to the family and friends. Next up, another DJ team, Dash Berlin, consisting of 3, at least there used to be 3. The original main artist, Jeffrey Sartorius, he was like the main guy. He got actually backstabbed by the 2 other ones. He was a little sick and had like too much touring behind him and wanted to stop for a couple of months to recover. And in the meantime, the 2 other guys stole the Dash Berlin name. They copyrighted it without letting him know. They kicked him out of all of the social media and pretty much left him without like his own project. Very, very shady. I absolutely hated it. And I'm really happy that today he could announce that he's actually back. He got the rights back to use his name. Dash Berlin is just him. And now the 2 other ones have actually the problem and have to try to come up with something new. Next up, Spotify. They made a big oopsie. They changed the UI of the app. A lot of people hate it. It's heavily promoting their podcast features. And a lot of people are not really interested in that. They just want to listen to music. Some features were removed that were actually quite handy. Everything got a little more complicated. So maybe they will go back or maybe change it again because most people don't seem to be really happy with it. Spotify also this week managed to piss off a lot of artists because they stated that they actually paid too much in royalties to the artist in the US. And they now want their money back. The US Copyright Board was about to change some laws to make sure that the artist gets actually more copyright royalties. Spotify is of course not happy about this and tries to intervene, but at the end they will definitely have to pay more in the coming years once the board settles and publishes new laws. In the meantime, they want their money back that they overpaid by mistake. They're of course not taking the money back from the artist, but this will be held back, and with the next payment it will be deducted. So if you're an artist in the US, you get a ton of copyright. Expect a little less in the future. Next up, more exciting news with Jeff POSH straight out of Ibiza. He will continue.
What it is, what it was, what it's going to be YouTube. I'm Jeff POSH. We're here in my studio in California. Let's jump right into today's news. Tinnitus. Let's talk about tinnitus. Tinnitus is the ear-ringing sensation in your ear after you leave a loud club or a festival, and there's been a possible cure found. So scientists from the University of Arizona, they've been working tirelessly to find a cure for the bothersome ear-ringing condition. And they're hopeful at this time that they found a remedy for it. Yeah, so they did a lot of experimentation with mice, lab rats. So basically there's inflammation in the ear. And there's a protein that blocks this inflammation in the brain. And that's what causes the tinnitus. Yeah, so now they're looking to achieve the same results they did in the study with humans, and they have a new pill for it. The cause of tinnitus is still unknown, but loud music is still the main trigger for this condition. If this is true and this is a breaking development, it could be huge for DJs, concert goers, and anybody that listens to loud music. I suffer from tinnitus. I've been suffering from it since 1996. And yeah, it's a little bit bothersome. So yeah, if we can help anybody at all, or if we can help somebody and give them some information so that they can overcome or help not get into the problem of tinnitus at all, or figure out ways that they can alleviate these conditions or symptoms, yeah, then I'm for it. So any way we can overcome tinnitus, yeah, I'm down for it. Leave some comments below if you guys experienced tinnitus before. Do you guys have ear ringing when you leave the club, when you leave the festivals, concerts, that nagging, bothersome ear ringing in your ear? If so, It's tinnitus, and there could be a possible cure. So yeah, take care of yourself, take care of your ears, because we only got one pair. With that being said, moving on. Ultra Miami. Let's talk about Ultra Miami. So Ultra's back, and they just been granted access to return back to Bayfront Park. So yeah, it's going down for Ultra. So yeah, after a lot of back and forth and flip-flopping, the Miami Commission has finally overturned the ruling banning Ultra from Bayfront Park. But now that's all been lifted. Homestead Miami Speedway and Lummis Park both have recently emerged as new possibilities for the venue. But the Miami Commissioners held a sunshine meeting, and officials expressed their desire to keep the event in the city of Miami. Ultra Music Fest has been taking place since 1999, and it's always been at Bayfront Park, so it holds a special place to those clubgoers, a little bit of nostalgia, and no one wants to see the venue move. After they relocated, the last Miami, the Virginia Keys, things weren't so smooth. A lot of people complained, and yeah, hopefully this will be a good move forward for the event. So the 2020 edition of Ultra will be taking place March 27th through 29th. Leave some comments below, and let's start the discussion about Ultra music. Moving on. Nicky Romero. Let's talk about Nicky Romero. Nicky Romero joins esports investment firm Rect Global. So Nicky Romero's affinity for gaming is well known, which makes him a perfect fit for Rect Global. So now that the ink is dry on the contract, the Dutch producer has joined the likes of Imagine Dragon and Steve Aoki. Rect Global is the parent company of Rect Venues, Rect Live, and Rect Agency. And at this time, Goldman Sachs expects that the esports industry is going to be on the incline of a 22% increase annually for the next 3 years. Rect Global is right now involved in games like Fortnite, FIFA, and League of Legends. Meanwhile, Nicky continues to tour. He'll be performing on June 22nd at A Summer Story in Montegudo, Spain. Coming to you live and direct from San Francisco, California, I'm Jeff Posh. Thank you for watching this episode of EDM News, where it's one thing I know, two things it's real. If you want to hear the real, you're going to hear it here first on EDM News. And you know the slogan, one ear to the streets, pulse of the culture in our veins. Let's kick it back to John. Peace.
That's it for today. Next week, next Monday, another episode, fresh EDM news just for you. So don't forget to tune in, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.